doll arrived on a Thursday, inside a box wrapped in soft pink paper, with a bow so perfect it looked computer-generated. Claire sat at the dining table, feet swinging just above the floor, watching her mother's manicured hands pull at the ribbon, slide a nail under the seam, peel it away with the patience of someone unwrapping something expensive. "This one's special," her mother said. "It reminded me of you." The box was opened. The doll was lifted from its nest of tissue paper. Blue eyes, too blue. Porcelain skin, cold, something older, more organic. "What's her name?" her mother asked. "Lily," Claire whispered. The name felt right, like it had always been there, waiting for her to say it. That night Claire slept with Lily in the crook of her arm, the doll's tiny hand resting against her ribs. The voice started in the early hours before dawn, seeping in like a radio station, just barely out of range. A murmur, soft and urgent, just below the register of human speech. "She doesn't love you. She never has." Claire lay still, listening. "She wants to be free of you." Her mother's voice drifted in from the other room, talking in sleep, restless. "A bad dream. It's you, or her." At breakfast, Claire watched the way her mother's mouth moved when she spoke, the way her throat shifted when she swallowed orange juice, the way the tendons in her wrists tensed when she reached for her coffee. The dull butter knife lay untouched on the plate next to her eggs. The voice returned after lunch, stronger this time. "Take the knife. It will be easy. Just push it in. Just a little push. You won't even have to look." The handle felt solid in Claire's grip. She liked the weight of it, heavier than expected. She took careful, measured steps down the hallway. Her mother's bedroom door was slightly open. Inside, the air smelled like lavender lotion and fading perfume. Claire raised the knife. Her mother turned. The struggle was immediate, violent, full of raw sound. Guttural cries, breathless gasps, the thud of bodies hitting walls. Claire clawed, kicked, twisted. The knife fell, skidded under the bed. And then the doll moved. A sound, soft, deliberate, like a dry leaf crushed underfoot. The turning of a tiny head. The slow, impossible curl of ceramic fingers. Then it leapt. The weight of it was unreal, dense, wrong. Cold porcelain hands locked around the mother's throat, delicate fingers pressing into soft flesh, hard enough to bruise. A shriek. Nails scrambled against the doll's painted face, leaving no marks. The mother staggered, slammed against the dresser, gasping, choking. Claire stood, frozen, swaying slightly, eyes glassy, mouth parted. The doll spoke. "You should have loved her more. You should have loved me more." The voice was layered, like a cassette tape recorded over too many times. Static crackling under the words. A child's lilt. Something ancient underneath. The mother fought. One hand wrapped around the doll's neck, porcelain, impossibly smooth, unyielding. She squeezed. A crack. Another. Hairline fractures, spider webbing across the painted skin. The doll shrieked, high-pitched, electronic, dying radio frequency. The head split apart, shattering like eggshells, shards scattering across the floor. Its body spasmed once, then slumped. Motionless. Silence. Claire collapsed to her knees. The mother pulled in gasping, ragged breaths, fingertips pressing into the bruises forming around her throat. The pieces of Lily lay in a heap of fractured ceramic and stuffing, glass eyes staring up, empty, blind. The house exhaled. The nightmare was over. By morning, relief had settled in. Coffee brewed. The floors were swept. The last remnants of the doll dumped into the trash. The knife had been put away. The air was clearer. The house lighter. The mother let out a breath, slow and controlled, her hands wrapped around her mug. Claire sat across from her, stirring cereal into milk, staring down. Quiet. Then the voice returned, but this time it came from Claire.
Mommy, I had the strangest dream.